Hello, very good evening again. This is CS Aarti Panigrahi, your mentor for business law and management. And today I'm going to take the next chapter of management and directly live from the heritage city, Mysuru. Whenever I will say Mysuru, your voice should come, Mysuru people. Yes, but we wanted to connect with all other cities in South or all over India. Welcome, buddies. Sonika, Ranjita, Namrata. Yes. So today we are going to start our third. Already out of 4 chapters we had completed 2 chapters already. Yes. Now this is a very lengthy chapter. Functions of management. And what is the function of management you had covered in, I think, your PU also, right? So planning, this coordination, evaluation, right? Everything you had seen, right? So today we are going to see in the professional manner what addition you will get here out of this chapter. Don't make a noise. Yes? Okay. So we'll start functions of management, where we are going to talk first of all about the planning. Okay. Planning is a small thing or big thing? Wider thing. So too big thing. Without planning, whatever you execute, it is not going to happen in the proper way. So planning is the foundation of everything. Okay. So how your project will work, how you are going to get success in particular work, it all depends on the planning. Okay. So planning is what, guys? Let's see here. Planning is most fundamental and pervasive. What is pervasive? It's spread. It's spread all over. Okay. So it is everywhere. Okay. So pervasive function of the management. It forms the foundation upon which, what I said, it is the foundation, guys. It is the foundation upon which all other managerial functions, such as, what are the functions, guys? Organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and build. This all depends on what? Planning. Every manager, regardless of their level in the organization, is involved in the planning. Whatever positions they are having in the organization, every manager, every person who is leading a team, they should make a plan. Plan can be big or small, but work can be big or small, but planning will be there. Okay? Yes. Now, planning involves deciding in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, when it is to be done, and by whom it is to be done. Okay? What, how, when, and by whom. That is the planning. Okay? You will get to know everything here. You will get to know what you have to do, how you have to do, by whom you have to do, and when you have to do. Everything you will decide. You will decide here what? See, first of all, the object of this planning, what you have to do. How is what? How is what? The operation or execution. And by the manpower, right? No, sorry. Here the manpower will come. Manpower will come here. Okay. Now, when is what? Duration. You will decide the duration. So everything you are going to cover in the plan. Okay. So it is essentially concerned with preparing for the future and selecting the best course of action for achieving organizational objectives. If you wanted to achieve organizational objective, you will make the plans. Maybe you will make plan A, plan B, plan C, or many alternatives will be there. Many people will suggest, the people who are sitting for the planning, the top level people, or any level of people who are making the planning, the one who are leading that. So maybe they will have 2 to 3 plans, but what will be the best for the organizational objective? They are going to choose. Okay. Planning is future oriented. Yes, it is not a what you are planning. You are planning to achieve something, means for the future. It is future oriented and closely associated with forecasting. What is forecasting? Forecasting is what? Estimation, to analyze the future. Very good. So to analyze the future, to estimating the future by putting your logic, your ability, that what can be the probability in future. To handle that situation, we have to plan today on. Yes. So future oriented, and it is closely associated with forecasting. However, planning is much broader than forecasting. While forecasting attempt to predict future event, planning involve assessing those future conditions. So what is forecasting, guys? Forecasting, when you will predict the future, you will try to estimate what is going to come in the future. But what is planning? Planning involve assessing those future conditions and preparing suitable course of action to deal with it. So in forecasting, what you are doing? You are predicting the future. But what is the planning? What is the difference in forecasting and planning? Planning is not only predicting the future, but you will predict the future condition as well as you will give the solution there. That how we will handle that condition, future condition. Clear? Forecast or planning ka difference? Yes. Thus, planning is both a process of anticipation and preparation. So you will anticipate, you will estimate, you will assume, you will predict, and you will prepare for the future condition. Clear? According to George R. Terry, you have to remember this name. What was his thought behind it? Okay. So George R. Terry had said, planning is the selecting and relating of facts and the making and using of assumptions regarding the future in visualization and formulation of proposed activities believed necessary to achieve desired result. So, to achieve desired result, George Terry had said, first of all, if you are involving the planning, in that planning, what George Terry thought is there? George Terry had said that planning is selecting and relating the facts. First of all, you will take all facts or input, related input. If you are talking about a project in your organization, so related to that, all the information, facts you will collect. Okay. Related, I said, you will select and related facts you will bring. So facts you brought, then what you had done? Plus making and using of assumption. Now you had estimated, forecasted, okay, predicted. So you forecasted here with fact. Then regarding the future, in how you will forecast? By keeping some visualization of future. How you will estimate something? How you can estimate your result? With your preparation, how much I am preparing, how much I am getting the marks in my this. It is not at the end of the day you will say, I will do a havan and I'll do a big puja and the Ganpati Homa I will do and I will pass. That never happened. Okay, ठीक है? So you will visualize it on the basis of your hard work. Okay, so now assumption regarding future in visualization and formulation of proposed act. Now you will formulate the activities guide. You will formulate the plans or action, formulate the actions to achieve the objective or desired result. Okay? Then, so you have to remember this, what George R. Terry had said, selecting, relating facts, making, using assumption by visualization and formulation of proposed activity believed necessary to achieve desired result. Got it? Yes? Everything you have not to mug up, but what is the principal thought behind it? You have to remember. Okay? Thus, planning is a what? Mental and intellectual process. Intellectual is what? Ability to putting your mind to visualizing, analyzing the things by putting logic there. Okay. So the planning is a mental and intellectual process that requires imagination, foresight. Foresight is what? That analyzing the future. Okay. Judgment and rational thinking. What is rational? Rational is the genuine thing. Genuine. Reasonable. Rational is what? Reasonable and genuine. Okay. So planning is a mental and intellectual process that required imagination, foresight, judgment, and rational thinking. It enables managers to look ahead, anticipate means estimate future condition and prepare suitable action to achieve desired result. Okay. So for George Terry, you have to remember from this point, guys, these 3 lines you have to remember what he had said, selecting, relating, fact and all. They can ask you the question related to that. Okay. Now, features of planning. Got it? Yes, features of planning. The nature of planning can be understood through the following characteristics. Planning is an intellectual process. Okay, you will put your intellect to analyze something, to put logic, reasonable, rational logic there, okay, to understand the situation. So planning involves selecting the most appropriate course of action from among various alternatives. There will be various alternatives. Any plan you can choose, but which kind of plan you will choose? The best plan suitable to your work, okay. Since it requires analysis, evaluation, and decision making, it is primarily a mental exercise. Manager must assess opportunities and risk. What you have to check, guys, before making a plan for your organization? You have to check the opportunities and risk. Okay, analyze facts and information. Whatever information you are having, whatever facts you are having, whatever numbers you are having, according to that you will make the plan. So first you will see the what are the opportunities in the environment and what are the risks. After that you will analyze the fact and information. Then forecast future condition. You will predict the future condition. You will visualize the future condition on the basis of facts only. You are not someone, the astrologer and all, right? This is also on the basis of the facts. Okay. Then make rational decision. Then you will make the genuine decision. Therefore, planning is based on the logical thinking rather than guesswork. You cannot predict and you cannot guess it. You have to work on the related information, related fact, and you will visualize by putting your intellect. Then you will make a plan. Okay. Planning is planning is the primary function of the management. Yes. First work, what should be there? Planning should be there. Planning is the starting point of all managerial activities. Every other function of the management depend on the planning. For example, when you had plan guide, after that you can organize, you can staffing, you do the direction, and you can do the control. Okay. Yes. So what you will organize? Establishes structure to implement plans. First of all, you will make the plan. Then you will make a structure where these plan have to implement. Okay. You will establishes the organizing the establishes structure to implement plan. And then you will do the whatever plans you will implement. Now these are the plans, we have to do this, that. Now you need manpower. So then you will go for the staffing. Staffing provides the manpower needed for the plan. You are a manufacturing unit. Earlier you were doing the, say suppose 50,000 unit you are making in 1 month. Now you had planned for 75,000 or 1 lakh unit in the next month. For that you had made some plans. Your financial plans, manpower plans, then who will control, supervisor, who will look after these all things, right? Then you evaluate whether the plan we had made, it is proper or not, right or not. Then next time you will modify your plan, right? So what you will do, you will first make a plan and you will make a structure that here we will establish our plan. Now you need more manpower for the 1 lakh unit or 75,000 unit. What you will do? You will do the staffing. It will provide you manpower for execute your plan. Next is what? Then their manpower will be there to execute. Now there will be some person to direct or not. Supervisor, managers, team leader. Okay. So then they will direct guides employees toward the plan objective. So there will be a skill of directing. Okay. These will be the skilled people who will direct the manpower or staff to do particular work as per the plan. Okay. Then controlling measure performance against planned standard. Now guys, say suppose you had plan, what I said in our example, 75,000 or 1 lakh unit. Okay. This was the plan, right? Now you will evaluate. What is evaluation, guys? You will measure that instead of 75,000, if the target was, say suppose only 70,000, with your plan, your staffing and controlling, you were able to do only 68,000. Okay. Now this is what? The controlling measures performance against planned standards. There will be a control system. You will check what kind of plan we had made, it is going accordingly or not. And you will evaluate, you will measure that what was the actual we had planned. No, sorry. What was the plan and prediction and what is the actual execution. So this all is controlling and evaluation. Okay. Done. Planning. planning. So in 12th standard, whatever you had done, you had mugged up in that way. But if you are working for an organization, you have to understand the plan made should be established, deployed that plan. Then accordingly, we need staff. Then we need direction, the supervisor. Then we have to check. We should have a control on our plans, on our operation, and then we will check whether we are getting it actual or not. So then, if there is any need, you can modify your plan. Okay. Thus, planning provides the foundation for all other managerial functions. Clear? Now, they said two things. Planning is an intellectual process. It's a primary function. Then it is a continuous process, guys. Planning is, once you will make the planning, whether it is not needed to modify what I said, you have to check what we planned, it is executed in the same way or not. If it is not, then you have to modify your plan. Means planning is a continuous process. Okay. So planning is not a one-time activity, since business condition continuously changes. Now, guys, you had made a plan, say suppose you had made a plan, and there will be, because of the political changes, because of the technical changes, your plan is not working. Are you getting? So there is always a changes in the external environment. Though you are maintaining your internal environment, but you are not able to maintain. You don't have any kind of control on the external environment. So what will happen there? What will happen? You cannot control. So your plan will not work there. Okay. So continuously change plan must be reviewed, modified, and updated regularly. You have to update your plan regularly according to the changes in the external environment. Clear? One plan often leads to several subplans. There will be several subplans. New situations require fresh planning. If there is new requirement, new technology came, you have to update that technology and you need a fresh plan. Then existing plans need revision and changing environment. Say suppose you are having a plan which you are continuing, but now it is needed a change. So you will review it. Whatever you had made, your own review you will do. Whatever you had made, only you have to review. Why? Because it is not now working with the changing circumstances. So continuously you have to review that pattern, right? Then, therefore, planning is an ongoing managerial activity. Planning is a pervasive function is what, guys? Planning exists at every level. What I said, it is spread everywhere. So it is at every level and every department. If marketing department is having, if an organization is having financial department, marketing and production department, inventory department, so sales and distribution department. So if finance department will make a plan, it will work for everyone? No. So every level or every department should have their own plans. Although the scope of planning differs at the different level, all managers perform the planning functions. Means at every department you have to make the plan. Okay, got it? Level of management and nature of planning, guys. Now top management, which kind of planning they used to make? Top level of management people make strategic for the growth, for the expansion of the company. They are the strategic people. Okay. So they make the strategic, and the top level management people make the planning for a long term, guys. Are you ready? So at top level, it will not decided for a particular objective or short term. It will be a long term. Say suppose everybody, the top level people will make a plan for 1 year. Okay. 1 year, not 2 year, I will say. For at least 1 year or 6 months, they will make the plan. So it will be the long-term planning. What middle management used to do? They do the departmental and tactical planning. They will see, level of management and nature of planning, they are telling that departmental. Now middle management, who will come here? As here I told you that in an organization, we had discussed the board of director plus KMPs. They will make the plan. Okay, top level strategic level. Now the HODs and or managers, they will come here. What they will do? They will make as per their departmental plan. Are you getting? Their departmental plan means whatever one as a whole organization at top level they had made a plan. But finance department will also make according to their department or not. And they will deploy the thing so that whatever is given by the top level, it should be done at that level, and even it will the mixing of the top level and the lower level, because who is managing that? Middle level and lower management. Okay. So who is doing that? They are passing the plans of top level to the middle level. So these are the people who will put the logic that whatever is decided, it should be implemented there or not. Okay. Then lower management. So this tactics is what? The implementation of the plan made already. Okay. Then lower management, they will do the operational and short-term plan. For the workers or staff, it is not they whatever work they are doing, they will think that this for this month they had given us, we have to do. They will not, their work is not there that they will think about your company, what is going on in the 1 year. It is not the lower level management work. So for them it will be the short term plan. Okay. It will be the middle way planning for the middle management. Okay. Now, as one moves higher in the organizational hierarchy, planning becomes broader and more long-term in nature. As they said, if from lower to middle, and if middle to higher you are going, the planning will be long-term. Okay? Yes? So this is the level of management. It is a pervasive function. And then importance of planning. So we had seen here, planning is a continuous process. It is a primary function. Feature of planning is including 4 points. It's an intellectual process, primary function, and then continuous process and pervasive function. Okay. Now, what are the importance of planning? Okay. Planning brings order, direction, and rationality, means genuinity, to organizational activity. Okay. It serves as the framework within which all managerial functions operate. So planning is the foundation of all other managerial functions. Okay. The importance of planning can be understood from the following points. Makes employees conscious of organizational objective. So if you had made a planning, why you had made that planning, and it is for long term, and what I am telling for the whole organization, each and every person who is serving to the organization should understand what is the plan of this organization, how much, what is my responsibility, how much I am accountable. So they should understand the plan. That's why the plan should be everywhere. Oh, are you getting? If the lower level people will say, what is the need to, why we will get to know that what top level management are deciding, that is not our work. No, then they will get to know about the organizational goal, organizational objective. Are you getting? Yes. So the importance of planning can be understood that it makes employee conscious of organizational objective first. Then planning begins with the determination of objective. Clearly defined objective help employee understand. Now, if there will be objective of the organization, employee will be informed that what this organization wanted to achieve. Okay. What the organization aim to achieve, how their work contributes to organize. As I told you, if they will get to know, then only they will understand now what is their responsibility. So first of all, what the organization aim to achieve, and the employees and staff will understand how their work, what is their responsibility contributing to organizational success. So they will be sincere about it. Okay. The direction in which effort should be focused. So in which direction they have to work when they will get to know about the plan of the whole organization at every level. Okay. As a result, employees develop a better understanding of organizational goal and work more effectively towards achieving. Okay. By these three things, if planning is there, you have to, the organization should aim what organization wanted to do. Employee and staff, if they will understand then how much accountable we are, then only they will work in one same direction and the goal of the organization will be achieved smoothly. So we need which kind of people, managers at every level, at every level, the people who will work sincerely. Then only you can achieve the organizational goal. Okay. Leads to economy and efficiency in operation. It leads to economy and efficiency in operation. Planning promotes efficiency by identifying the most suitable course of action before actual work begins. Okay. Planning, what planning promotes, guys? Efficiency, what I told you, what is efficiency? By identifying the most suitable, means it increase the productivity, guys. Efficiency is what? It increase the productivity. So how you can increase the productivity? If you will choose which kind, you will identify the most suitable course of action before actual work begins. Okay, you wanted to go somewhere and it's quite far and the weather is also not certain weather. So what you have to plan? You will plan that what future conditions are going to come on my way. These all things, first of all, you will take the suitable course of action. Then only before starting your work, say suppose you wanted to track and the rainy season is there. You wanted to go on track. Rainy season is there. You have to think about what things should be with you. Which kind of shoes should be there? Umbrella should be there. You should have a shelter. If suppose you wanted to cook there, and that arrangement should be there. So which kind of suitable course of action you will take then before starting your work, that is called the plan. So what will happen if, why we are talking about these things, you will say, ma'am, that actually we have to do, no. But if you will do with the proper planning, then it will become the efficient. It will be more productive. Are you getting? Yes. So this planning leads to the economy and efficiency in operation. It helps avoid duplication of efforts. If proper plan is there, means repeatedly you have not to work. The same thing you have not to work. Planning is there, you have to do this work, you have to do this work. Everybody is knowing about that. So there will be no duplicacy of work and wastage of time and wastage of money also. Then reduce wastage of resources, improve coordination. If plan is there and everybody is aware about that plan, so it will improve the coordination. Everybody will work together. Like everybody knows that what is going on for the organization. They will be at the same platform. Okay. Then select the best alternative, achieve objective at a minimum cost. So whatever the option you are taking, it should not be more costly. To make more profit, you have to take what? Which kind of cost? It should be reduced cost. So if planning will not be there, say suppose how the cost I am coming to. I said you are going for a trek and you had not made the plan. Then what will happen? If you will not these all things with you, you have to purchase it. You have to purchase it. You have to arrange it outside, and then you will get it in the more cost. What you can take from your home in a lower cost. Are you getting? जाओ देखो पहाड़ों की मैगी, how much you are getting. Okay, if you are going to the eat pahadon ki Maggi, how much cost you have to pay, that you will understand, and how much quantity you will get. Okay, fine. So well-designed plans contribute significantly to organizational, economic, and operational efficiency. So planning will improve it will save the money also and efficiency, productivity also. So you got the answer of economy and efficiently. It will be economic if you have plan, guys. Otherwise, you have to spend more money. Okay? Yes, your cost will be more. Then planning precedes control. Planning precedes control. Which one is the planning? Is the foundation for control. What you are going to control when there is no plan? Okay? Control is meaningful only when standards and targets have already been established through planning. What you are going to control when there is no plan? Are you getting? So planning is the foundation for control. Okay. So what will come first? Planning will come. Planning precedes control. Okay. So control is meaningful only when standards and targets have already been established through planning. There are standards set that we have to do this kind of work. There are targets are there. Now that you will control that whether this target achieved or not. Whether this target achieved or not. So before that, to set the standard and target, you have to make the plans. Okay. The control process involves measuring actual. What will come under control, guys? What I had said. Actual performance. As we had decided for 75,000 unit. And we are getting how much? 68,000 only. Right. Now, if we are getting only 68,000, so your control, somewhere you had wasted manpower, you had not utilized your resources. So that control or evaluation of the performance you will do if there will be a proper plan. So control process involve measuring actual performance, comparing it with the planned standard. Planning was 75,000, actual was 68,000, and taking corrective action where necessary. So what you will do, maybe in your control, there is a problem. You are not controlled. That's why this happened. So now you will modify or correct your control. Okay. Since control evaluates performance against plan, it cannot exist without planning. So that's why planning precedes controlling. Before control, what will come? Planning will. Planning is the previous step of the control. Done. Then it provides for future uncertainties, guys. If you have a planning in future, if any kind of certain things are not there, you will able to handle that because you are ready for the uncertainties. Okay, so the future is uncertain and subject to a constant change. Planning enables management to anticipate possible future situation and prepare appropriate responses. So you will predict the future incidences, you will predict the future condition, and accordingly you will prepare the appropriate plan. Means what? Appropriate responses means you will give the solution, you will appropriate what is perfect for the future condition, you will make that kind of plan, you will be ready with your plans. Okay. Then although planning cannot predict every future event, it helps organization to reduce, though everything you cannot control by planning also. There will be uncertainty we are talking is which kind of changes will come. We are not aware about it. So it will reduce what, guys? It will, though also planning will help you to reduce uncertainty, prepare for contingency. Prepare for contingency is what, guys? Contingency is what? Contingent. Contingent is what? Future event. Okay, future event. So you will prepare for the contingencies, what is coming in the future. Respond effectively to the changes. If you have planned, you will be able to respond in an effective manner what changes is there. If there is no plan, then haphazardly you cannot do anything. If anything will come and you are not prepared, how you will respond? Your response will not be appropriate, it will not be proper and perfect. Okay, and it will minimize the risk, guys. Okay, so thus planning acts as a safeguard against unexpected developments of the future. USD. Yes. Now on the basis of question we will understand that how they are taking this, which kind of questions they are. Then you will understand that what you have to keep remembering this thing. Right now you are thinking that planning, okay, this, see these points what they are giving, no, this control. So suppose they had told about the control. What you have to remember in control? Actual performance with the planned standard, and you have to take the corrective step if you had not made the planning proper. Now if they are talking about the future uncertainty, so it will reduce uncertainty, contingency effectively of the changes and minimizes the risk and all. So these points you have to remember. Are you getting? On these point basis, they will ask you the question. Okay? Yes? Okay. Then improves the effectiveness of other managerial functions. If planning will be there, your other function will be smooth. Planning enhances the efficiency of all other management functions. Organizing become easier because activities are very clearly defined. Staffing becomes more effective because manpower requirements are known in advance. How much you require, you are already knowing with the planning, then you will require that much of people will be there for your work. Then directing become purposeful because objectives are predetermined. Already you decided that this much of objective you have to achieve. Then direction will be easy for you. You will have a roadmap, then you can direct in a certain way to people with the plan. Okay. Then controlling becomes meaningful because standards already exist. You have to see. Now worker will say, we had done a lot of work, we had done the day and night work, but how much, what was the target? 75,000, and they had achieved only out of 50, 60 only. Say suppose 50 to 60 only. So if you have this standard already there, then only you can measure, no? Okay, so now you tell me one thing here. The question for you guys. This question is for you, that how much time is required to clear your October exam? Yes. How much time is required to clear your exam? How much hours of study is required to clear your exam at this point? Bolo. Per day. 4 to 5 hours. Okay. Okay. 5 to 6 hours is more than enough. 5 to 6 hours is more than enough, I said. If any day out of 7 days, 4 to 5 is there, it's okay. And I'm not telling what we are teaching 4 hours. Huh? I'm telling you self study. Are you getting? If you are doing 4 to 5 hours sincerely, productive, efficiently, or 5 to 6 hours with your mobile phone and all, chalega. Okay. So you have to see that. What is the standard? What is the plan? How should be the plan? 6 hours. But whenever your parents are coming, you are opening your book and sitting, Madam, Ma'am, I am studying. So that we can be 2 hours also. You know? By sitting with books and with the mobile together, 6 hours can be done. But what will be the effective? 2 hours only. So what is the standard? What should be the plan? At least 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. Then you can check where you are. Subramanyam, what you are thinking, ma'am? I have to not even started. Not started, no? Only 2 hours. What about you? Morning only. Morning. 6 to 1 compulsory. 9 to 1. 8 to 4 hours. Increase your study hours. It will not work. Serious. You will fail like with the margin, and that is more hurtful. So what is truth? I have to tell you. Okay. Okay. So the thing is, how much is required? The standard, plan accordingly and execute accordingly. Out of 7 days, there is no need of study 7 days only. 5 to 6 days, if you are studying in that way, it is more than enough. Okay, now one day you take rest. Sunday we are not taking classes also. Sunday you take rest or you prepare for the good marks, for the ranking. You have to study every day more than that also if you want to bring. If you are willing to bring the ranking and all. Okay? Okay, guys? What? Yes. So directing become purposeful, objective, and standard already exists. Did you get to know about with your example properly? Therefore, planning contributes significantly to overall managerial effectiveness. The next topics, types of plan, we will take in the next class. So let's finish with the relationship between planning and other function of management. Planning serves as a foundation of entire management process: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Each subsequent function derives its purpose and direction from planning. Every function is taking direction from the planning, and proper planning. Without proper planning, the remaining managerial function lose their effectiveness and coordination. This planning is rightly regarded as a cornerstone of the management and the starting point of all the organizational activities. It is the cornerstone of the management and it is the starting point of the organizational activities. Okay, so you can see from here, every function will get the direction. Okay, now, yes, go and revise these lectures. Fine. And keep studying. Not only cracking the exam should be your target, guys. Bring the good marks. Start studying from today. Out of 24 hours, you just access your potential. Your potential is that much. You wanted to become an ordinary people. Yeah. Studying 2 hours, you are going to become a professional. Right? So, start your preparation accordingly. Plan your hours, how you can manage. Managing 4 to 5 hours is very easy. If you have any issues to plan your hours, you just reach to me. Okay. Thank you so much for the patience listening. I will give you a plan for 7 hours also. Okay. I can give you.
Another 5 minutes.
Yes. Thank you so much for your patience listening. We'll meet on Monday again. Okay. Thank you so much.